Monday, February 23rd, 2026. Welcome everybody back to the Battle Club Guys podcast. I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining me on this Monday afternoon here. It's snowy outside. I'm off today from work. I leave this Thursday for Chicago, so I figured why not? Let's do an Elimination Chambers predictions episode for you guys. So I'm going to run down the card for Elimination Chamber. I'm going to give my prediction for each match. And then at the end of the video, I will give you my itinerary for this weekend. Like I said, I will be in Chicago this weekend for Elimination Chamber weekend. But first off, if this is your first time joining me, thank you for joining me. As always, this is the Battle Club Guys podcast, and I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. You can also find me over at the Bell to Bell Banter podcast with my trios partners, Beast to Go, that CM Punk guy. So definitely follow the Bell to Bell Banter podcast on YouTube. And you can follow me on here, Battle Club Guys podcast on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter at the Battle Club Guy and Instagram, Battle Club Guy. So let's get into it. This Saturday, it's still to be Elimination Chamber live from the United Center in Chicago. I believe this is the first time WWE is doing a show at the United Center in quite some time. This will be the first Elimination Chamber to be held in the United States since 2021. And this will be the first WWE event at the United Center since the 1994 edition of SummerSlam. So let's go through the card. We have 2 Elimination Chamber matches. We have a Women's Intercontinental Championship match and a World Heavyweight Championship match as of today, 12:30 p.m. I don't know if they're going to announce more matches tonight on Monday Night Raw or this Friday on SmackDown. We'll find out. But let's start with the Women's Elimination Chamber. As of now, it's Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and tonight on Raw, we will find the final participant in the Women's Chamber. As tonight on Raw, it's Raquel Rodriguez, Kairi Sane, and Io Sky. One of those women will be added to the Women's Elimination Chamber match. So I'm going to say Raquel Rodriguez qualifies tonight on Raw to enter the chamber. Because Io Sky and Kairi, Io and Kairi, right? They're in this vortex with the women's tag team championships. You know, the Kabuki Warriors are, they're trying to get Io back with them, but Io's tag champs with Rhea. So I don't really see why Io or Kairi would be in the chamber, because you already have Rhea in the chamber and you already have Asuka in the chamber, right? So I don't think they would add Io to the chamber. Now they could if you want to have some dissension between Rhea and Io, but I don't think that's the case. I think Raquel will be in that Women's Elimination Chamber match. And my pick to win the Women's Elimination Chamber is Raquel Rodriguez. And now a lot of you guys are going to say, Raquel's not winning the Elimination Chamber. Well, let's look at this, right? Last time Raquel challenged Stephanie back here for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, I was in attendance in Philadelphia. And during that match, Liv Morgan came out, even though Raquel said, don't come out during my match. They love doing this with the Judgment Day. We've seen it before with the Bloodline. Liv Morgan comes out. She tries to help Raquel. She actually cost Raquel the match. So I think it would be more interesting. Yes, you could have Tiffany Stratton win the chamber. We've seen Tiffany and Jay before. You could have Rhea Ripley win the chamber, as Henry said on our Bell Banter podcast yesterday. But to me, Rhea winning while she's already women's tag team champion, that to me just feels like a little too much. Now, yes, she could do double duty. You could have night 1, Rhea and Io defend the titles. Night 2, she goes against Jade. They've done it before, but I think there's more intrigue to adding Raquel Rodriguez into that mix. Now, yes, we saw it last year with the triple threat with Rhea, Io, and Bianca. But, maybe we get a similar situation. But this year's Judgment Day theme, right? You add Raquel wins chamber. Raquel says, well, may the best woman win at WrestleMania. And then it adds more intrigue. Is Raquel going to, take out Liv. Is Liv going to take out Raquel? But then Stephanie's got the title. So my pick to win the Women's Elimination Chamber match this Saturday is Raquel Rodriguez. We have the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line as the Women's Intercontinental Champion. The man, Becky Lynch, defends her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Chicago, against who's going to get a big pop in Chicago, AJ Lee. This is AJ Lee's first match in, I think, quite some time in WWE. A singles match, anyway. We did see her back at the War Games. Her first singles match back in Chicago. Now, I would assume that this is going to lead to a WrestleMania match. Now, I would say if AJ Lee was from Chicago, you give her the win, but she's not from Chicago. Her husband CM Punk is. We'll talk about him later. I think AJ Lee loses here. Maybe Becky cheats to win. Maybe Becky has Natty help her win because there's that dynamic with Natalya, Maxine, Becky. So I think Becky cheats to win here, cheats to retain, and then that'll set up the third match. Technically third match, right? If we count War Games as first match, this is the second match, and then you can have the third match at WrestleMania because me and Henry talked about this. It means more for AJ Lee to win the championship at WrestleMania, right? That's your biggest stage. That's the grandest stage of them all in WWE. So AJ Lee winning the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, it makes more sense. So I'm going to say Becky Lynch retains the Intercontinental Championship, maybe due to a disqualification or interference at Elimination Chamber. We have a men's Elimination Chamber match. I don't know how the match card's going to be, but this is how I'm laying it out. I think women start, or maybe the men start. What we got here? We got Henry. Let's see. We can put it on the stage here. Henry says first match would be the mixed at Dog Ass WrestlePalooza. Yes, the mixed tag. That's right, Henry. Yes, and yeah, WrestlePalooza was, as Henry said, dog ass. Wasn't that good? So yes, WrestleMania will be the third match. Thank you for that, Henry. So, like I said, I don't know how the match card's going to go. I think Punk and Finn is the main event. It's in Chicago. So let's say the men's Elimination Chamber. As of now, it's Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and either Bronson Reed, OG, original, El Grande Americano, or main event Jey Uso will be added to that match tonight on Raw. I'm going to say Bronson Reed gets added to that match, because like Henry pointed out, they need a big guy. We need a big guy in that chamber. Big Bronson Reed's a big guy. Jey Uso, he's got tag team gold. He doesn't need to be in the chamber. Nothing against OG El Grande, but I think the other El Grande is going to cost, OG El Grande the match, because I think at Mania it's mask versus mask, original El Grande versus El Grande Americano. I know it gets confusing. There's too many Americanos. The only Americano I really like is my coffee. I like an Americano. That's another story. So yeah, Big Bronson Reed qualifies. Who wins this match? Who wins the men's elimination chamber? Gotta be Cody Rhodes, right? No, I don't want Cody Rhodes to win. I do not want Cody Rhodes to win. And yes, if you look back there on my wall, yes, I have the Pharaoh dog plushie from WrestleMania. I have my meet and greet picture with me and Cody. I got nothing against Cody Rhodes. It's just getting a little stale, okay? The Cody cookie's getting a little stale, okay? When you leave a cookie out for too long, it gets a little stale. It doesn't have that same crunch, it's just stale. Cody's a little stale right now. That's just me. I'm sorry. I want Randy Orton to win Elimination Chamber. And I want Randy Orton to win Elimination Chamber because, as we saw on Friday on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre comes out and attacks Randy Orton while he's fighting Aleister Black. Why are you attacking Randy Orton, Drew? So now Drew's got Randy Orton on his ass. He's got freaking Cody. He's got Sammy. He's got Jacob. And then you add Drew, 5 people. So I pitched this idea on the Bell to Bell Banter episode yesterday with Henry. You want to mix it up for WrestleMania? Tickets aren't selling. You have Randy Orton win the Elimination Chamber, right? And then we get Cody on SmackDown, all enraged, and then you get Jacob out there, and you get Sammy out there, and they all say, well, we want title matches. Drew cost me the match. Cody's going to say Drew cost me the Rumble. And then Sammy's going to say, well, Sammy and Jacob are going to say, well, Drew cost us the triple threat. Let's have a five-man match at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. Because Cody versus Drew one-on-one, that's not going to do it for me. Maybe for some other people, but that's not a main event match. If it's Cody versus Drew one-on-one at WrestleMania, that's your opener. Okay, let the women main event. I'd rather see Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill, or I'd rather see Raquel versus Liv versus Stephanie for that Women's World Championship in the main event over Drew versus Cody. So I think Orton wins the chamber, right? Maybe Orton goes old school Orton. Maybe he punts Cody in the head, and then we get a multi-man WWE Championship match at WrestleMania. But either way, my pick to win the men's Elimination Chamber is a Viper Randy Orton. And then that leads us to the main event, which I think will be the main event. In his hometown of Chicago, he is a world heavyweight champion. He is the quote-unquote best in the world. CM Punk. He's defending his world heavyweight championship against my guy, the Prince, the leader of the Balor Club, Finn Balor. Now, I might be a little biased here. I am a little biased here. I'm the Balor Club guy. I have to be biased here. WWE always does this, right? We have the Royal Rumble. We got to announce who Roman Reigns is fighting at WrestleMania because he won the Royal Rumble. Who are you fighting, Roman? Fighting Drew? No. He's fighting CM Punk because he hates CM Punk. That was a great promo. I was at that Raw. I was front row in Philly. I was at that. Well, let me put Beast to Goat here. Follow Beast to Goat. Shout out Beast to Goat. He's part of the Bell Banter podcast with me and that CM Punk guy. Beast to Goat. Let Finn win. Yeah. Let me tell you guys why Finn should win. Now, the old regime of WWE, we have the hometown guy lose in his hometown, right? Old school WWE. I'm a little older than some of my friends, okay? I'm 35, so I'm a little old school. The old way, how we did it, the hometown guy loses in his hometown, right? Finn Balor lost in his home country of Ireland to one CM Punk. Now we're running it back, as Jey Uso says. Running it back, Oos. In Chicago this time. CM Punk's hometown, right? There's no way CM Punk loses the world title in Chicago to Finn Balor. You can't mess up Roman versus CM Punk. Henry keeps telling me that. Everyone keeps telling me that. You can't mess up Roman versus CM Punk. That's your money match. Well, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. And I'm going to keep saying it till I land in Chicago this weekend. Finn Balor wins the World Heavyweight Championship in Chicago because everyone thinks Finn Balor isn't going to win. It's so obvious, right? Finn Balor can't beat CM Punk. And now we got the Judgment Day all messed up, right? Henry brought it up on a video yesterday. Henry said J.D. McDonough is going to turn on Finn Balor. And then I see people on Twitter saying, oh, you're setting yourself up for failure, Balor Club guy. It's Finn versus Dom at WrestleMania. Cool. I hope it's Demon Finn versus Dom at WrestleMania. I'll be there to see it. Be a great match. But we're going to take a little detour on the road to WrestleMania. Because we got this Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber, that's a roadblock. Not the NXT roadblock, but it's a roadblock on the road to WrestleMania. So yeah, CM Punk could win the world title. Ooh, maybe JD comes out, costs him the match. Let's put Henry's comment on the screen here. Y'all smoking that ganja. Well, I'm not too hip, Henry, so I don't know what ganja is, but if that's weed, I don't smoke weed that much. Nothing against people that do smoke weed. I'm more of a drinker myself. But so we need, and then we have this crate, right? What's in the crate? Is the crate going to be revealed at the end? Maybe it is. Maybe the crate's Chris Jericho. Maybe the crate's Danhausen. Maybe the crate's a fucking CM Punk statue for WWE 2K26. I don't know. Last year, this time, tickets weren't selling good. What did they do? They brought in The Rock. We got the Cena heel turn. Great, cool. So CM Punk winning clean or retaining due to an interference from Judgment Day to end Elimination Chamber, that isn't really shocking. Now, maybe if CM Punk retains, he's in the ring, the lights go out, the crate's on the stage, out comes Chris Jericho, and he points at CM Punk. But are you really gonna bring in Chris Jericho now when the match to set up a match with CM Punk? Is it going to happen until after WrestleMania? I think if Jericho's coming in, you debut Jericho the Raw after Mania. Make the Raw after WrestleMania feel as big as it used to be. Okay, because it used to be bigger. You know. Oh, we got Natalia here. This is my financier, Natalia. She said Balor Club guy. Yes, hello Natalia. So yeah, CM Punk winning due to JD or Dom costing Finn the match. It's not shocking. We see it in every fucking Judgment Day match. There's always interference. It's like the freaking bloodline all over again. Interference. No. Okay. Finn Balor deserves to win the world title in Chicago. Okay. He does. He deserves it. He hasn't held the world title in 10 years. When I was at SummerSlam in Brooklyn, when he became the first ever Universal Champion, he didn't even get a full run as Universal Champion because he got hurt during the match. But he's so much of a badass, he popped his shoulder back in place, beat Seth Rollins, and won the Universal Championship. Okay? So all the people that are saying, oh, there's no way Finn can win. We can't mess up Roman versus CM Punk. It's got to be Dom versus Finn. This is how we get there, okay? You can have Finn Balor win the world title at Elimination Chamber in Chicago. Maybe JD and Dom come out. They try to help Finn, right? They accidentally hit Finn instead. Oh, Punk's about to win. Maybe, I don't know. Does a Roman Reigns show up? Does Roman Reigns come out and, Roman Reigns tries to interfere? Because Finn was talking crap about Roman and CM Punk was saying how he's going to show Roman he's the best in the world. Maybe Roman gets involved. Maybe Roman shows up and tries to attack Finn and CM Punk. We got another comment from Henry here. Let's see what it says. What's Henry say? Really want him to have a ass Reigns only, lame-o. You're never getting out of the vortex of bullying. Listen, buddy, I've been by Finn Balor's side for 10 years, and I will be by his side for the next 10 years or whenever he decides to hang it up, okay? Because the people can bully me, people can say I'm delusional, I'm stupid, I'm smoking crack, whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? Finn Balor deserves to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And guess what? It could be a short reign because everyone needs to realize WrestleMania is not until April 16th. Okay, it is February 23rd. I think it's April. Is it April 16th? April 6th, the weekend of April 16th. All right, we got basically 2 months. Roman's not gonna be on every damn Raw. Okay, I think he's doing 5 Raws. He ain't gonna be on every Raw. So, what's the harm in letting Finn win the world title in Chicago? It'd be a shocking moment because no one thinks it's going to happen. Okay, I'll be in attendance to see it live. I'll be crying tears of joy. And let Finn have a cool moment. Let Finn win the world title. Okay, and then you can do the rematch. They're doing the Raw at Madison Square Garden in New York City, March 30th. I'll be there with my mom. They like to stack that show up, right? And okay, and Henry keeps saying, let's talk about this. Henry keeps saying, just gonna make them both look weak. What's the point? Well, what's the point is, Henry, WWE needs to fucking mix it up. That's the point, Henry. Okay, like I told you, Henry, I love CM Punk. He's made that world title feel bigger than the Drew's belt. Everyone wanted Drew's belt. Everyone wanted that, right? Cody had to finish his story to get that belt from Roman. And now that's the secondary title, and CM Punk's made this world title feel big. And here's my thing. If it's Dom and Finn at Mania, now yes, Dom could cost Finn the match in Chicago, but we're still 2 months away. Finn's not going to wait 2 months to get his hands on Dom. And plus Chambers main event. Who said Chambers main event, Henry? Who said that? I haven't been on Twitter yet. Did Fightful or My buddies Wrestle Votes, did they confirm Chambers the main event? Chamber might not be the main event. Might not be. And if Chambers the main event, you can still have Finn win the world title. Maybe Finn versus Punk's the opener. And that's how we get a shocking opener. Because they have to do something to make people want to go to Chicago. They have to do something to make people want to tune in. Because Chambers not sold out. Okay. Tickets are so expensive. I got JPM here. Oh, is that Jacob? Jacob saying no. Why say no for Jacob? What are you saying no about? Why? Because Jey Uso's not winning the qualifier tonight? I'm sorry, buddy. It's Jey Uso. He's tag team champion. Now, yes, you can have Dom cost Finn the match. Okay. Finn's not waiting 2 months to get his hands on Dom for a title match. He's going to want that title match the next time on Raw. So all I'm saying is, listen, they've done crazier stuff, Henry. So even if the Chambers main event, they've done crazier stuff. Finn could win that world title. He could. Because, there's so many different ways you could go. Like I said, Roman's not showing up every Monday on Raw. Okay? To me, watching Monday Night Raw every Monday like I do, you got to have more to have Finn if he's bringing the demon back and going to that dark place. You got to have more for him to bring that demon out than Dom costing him the world title match. Because I don't think Dom would cost him the world title match. I think maybe, like you said, Henry, maybe JD cost him the title match. But again, we've seen that. And then Finn's not going to wait to Mania to get the Intercontinental Championship match. Still do that on a random Raw or something. So I think you have Finn Balor win the world title at Elimination Chamber. And that gets everyone talking. Everyone's like, oh my God, they messed up the messed up the main event between Punk and Roman. And now you're going to have Roman making fun of Punk. You're going to have Roman telling Punk he lost the title. He lost his WrestleMania main event. And there's more intrigue there. There's more intrigue of Punk not being world champion heading to Mania. Now, Finn Balor is the world champion. And this is how we get back to CM Punk versus Roman. And this is how we get to Dom versus Finn at WrestleMania. You can have Finn Balor saying, look, Dom, I'm the real champion on Monday Night Raw. I'm the world heavyweight champion. You're not the real champion. And then that builds the more tension in the Judgment Day clubhouse, right? Add Raquel winning Elimination Chambers to that. We got a lot of intrigue here, a lot of tension in the Judgment Day clubhouse. And then on a Raw between now and Mania, you do the third match. You do Punk versus Finn. One last time. Winner goes to WrestleMania as world champion. And that's when you can have Dom cost Finn the world title. You put the title back on Punk. So that way we're back to Punk versus Roman at WrestleMania. And that's how we set up Demon Finn versus Dom for the Intercontinental Championship. Because then Finn can say, you cost me the one thing I always wanted to get back. You cost me my World Heavyweight title, so now I'm going to take your title at WrestleMania. But I digress. Either way, my pick to win this Saturday at Elimination Chamber in Chicago and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion is my guy, Finn Balor. Yes, Henry says Finn definitely taking that L in Chicago. He might, Henry, but you know what? That's boring to me. That's same old. Nothing against CM Punk, but I think it's Finn's time this Saturday in Chicago. So that's my Elimination Chamber predictions, guys. Like I said, I leave for Chicago this Thursday morning. And I'm looking forward to it, man. This was last minute decision for me, like I always do. If you know me, you know me. I'm Mr. Indecisive. I change my mind all the time. But when I saw Finn versus CM Punk in Belfast, I watched it on TV, man. I said it'd be so cool to be there. But guess what? I'm going to get to see it in Chicago because I will be at Elimination Chamber. And even if Finn doesn't win the world title, it's a win in my book, man, because I've been in person for a lot of cool Finn Balor moments, and I think we're going to get another one on Saturday. And even if he loses, it's still a win because he's still fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. But like I said, I live this Thursday. I'll be heading to Chicago. Got a lot of stuff planned. They announced today Penta's doing a free meet and greet at Cricket Wireless Friday afternoon. Now, yes, I met Penta before. I don't really like the way the picture turned out, so I'm gonna meet Penta again for free. So if you're in town, in Chicago this Friday, I shared it on my Twitter page and Instagram. The location, it's Cricket Wireless meet and greet with Penta from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Get there early because it's free. Last time we all went to meet Penta, that line was crazy. But thanks to our financier, Natalia, she got us in front of the line because little secret for everyone out there. I know I'm going to tell a secret. If you're a Cricket Wireless customer, you get front of the line. So go get Cricket Wireless phone. You get front of the line. So I'm gonna meet Penta Friday. Saturday, Elimination Chamber Saturday. Mania Club, follow Mania Club on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. Mania Club, they will be having a free meetup. I forgot the restaurant, but it's not too far from the arena for Saturday. I think the reservations are full, so you can try to get there. Maybe you can get a bar seat, but definitely looking forward to that. And then Saturday, I think it starts at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Chicago time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Elimination Chamber. This is going to be my first time back at Elimination Chamber event. The last time I went to Elimination Chamber, I was blessed with a free ticket. Here's my ticket stub from Elimination Chamber. This was Elimination Chamber 2020 in Philadelphia. I was able to get a free ticket. I can't remember the lady's name, but she blessed me with a free ticket. So it's 6 years since I was at an Elimination Chamber event. So looking forward to that. I don't have tickets yet. We'll figure something out. They're a little expensive right now. $5,000 for front row. Lower level seats are going for $700. So WWE, TKO, if you're watching this, just drop the tickets a little bit for me. Just a little bit. Because I need to get like 4 tickets for me and the guys. So it's up a little bit. And then Sunday, they just announced Raquel Rodriguez will be doing a free photo op this Sunday from, I think, 11. She starts at 11 at the Elimination Chamber store. And I'm definitely going to meet Raquel Rodriguez, man. I'm a huge fan of Raquel. You know, she gets a lot of heat, but I'm a fan of Raquel. It's Judgment Day all day, so we're gonna meet Raquel this Sunday in Chicago for free. And yeah, the Elimination Chamber store. I shared that all that information. They're doing the Elimination Chamber store Thursday to Sunday in Chicago. So looking forward to a fun trip this weekend. Hope to see some of you guys there. If you see me there, I'll be there. Me and Demonito will be there, so don't be afraid to say hi. We can take a picture, grab a beer. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, man. But yeah, like I said, I want to thank all you guys for joining me for my Elimination Chamber predictions episode. As always, follow me on Twitter at The Battle Club Guy. Check out the Instagram, The Battle Club Guy. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The Battle Club Guys podcast on YouTube. You can also find me over at the Bell to Bell Banter podcast with my trios champions, the Beast the Goat, that CM Punk guy. Definitely follow them on social media. Because the Bell to Bell Banter podcast will be live all of WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great time, man. This is me and Henry's third WrestleMania in a row. We're three-peating it. This is Nat and Beast's first WrestleMania. So I gotta show them a good time out in Las Vegas. Looking forward to it, man, because WrestleMania, you know, the card might not always be good, but it's the trip that makes it good. If you have a good group of people with you like I do, the trip is what's the great part. So can't wait to see all you guys out in Chicago this weekend, and then WrestleMania in April, man. But this Saturday, it's the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. We have 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Who is going to face for the WWE Undisputed Championship, and who's going to face for the Women's World Championship? Will AJ Lee win that Women's Intercontinental Championship? Or will Becky Lynch show AJ Lee why she is the man of WWE? And as for the World Heavyweight Championship, the best in the world, CM Punk, he's in his hometown, and he's defending his World Heavyweight Championship against my guy, the Prince, Finn Balor. Will CM Punk show Finn Balor that he is the best in the world and that Finn Balor can't hang with CM Punk? Or will my guy, Finn Balor, show everyone why he is really the best in the world? Why Finn Balor is not a mid-card? Why Finn Balor will become the World Heavyweight Champion And will it be Balor Club Worldwide this Saturday in Chicago? We'll find out all these questions this Saturday. It's WWE Elimination Chamber. I will see you in Chicago.